Muslims in Russia just got a major win. The Russian government has relaxed the rules for citizenship application photos for hijab-wearing women, and it is a major relief for Muslims. Alhamdulillah. Fortunately, they have now allowed the use of headscarves and hijabs and passport photographs. This new law states that applicants whose religious beliefs don't allow them to appear in front of strangers can submit their photographs and head coverings. This new law has been implemented since the 5th of May, and it comes as a relief for practicing Muslim women. On a side note, this video is not an endorsement of Putin or what the government does in Syria against our Muslim brothers and sisters. Okay, so Russian citizens already had the right to use hijab photos for various official documents like passports, driver's licenses, work permits, and patents. Now, with this new law, Muslim women applying for citizenship can also enjoy the same rights without any hesitation. In case you don't know, pictures for government official documents were submitted without a hijab during the Soviet era in Russia. However, in 1991, after the dissolution of the USSR, Muslim women were allowed to use hijabs until it was banned in 1997. The ban was later considered unlawful in 2003 as the Russian Supreme Court annulled the ruling of the Supreme Court Civil Board, which rejected a complaint from 10 Muslim women who defended their right to wear head cover on passport photos in keeping with Islamic teachings. Well, seeing the hatred against Muslims in recent times, it's a great initiative. Recently, France decided to ban its sportswomen from wearing hijab in the Olympics 2024. Unfortunately, France has been against the outfits of Muslim women for at least 3 decades. It all started in 1989 when girls were excluded from middle school for wearing headscarves. Around 3 years ago, France's Senate voted to ban children under the age of 18 and mothers who accompanied them on school trips from wearing the hijab. Similarly, the German parliament approved a ban on hijabs for women who work in the civil service, judiciary, and military. This was followed by a prohibition of full-face veils in schools, polling stations, universities, and government offices, instigated by the southern state of Bavaria. German teachers were also banned from wearing headscarves in 8 of Germany's 16 states. And unfortunately, the list goes on. This is the main reason why every year Muslim women have to fight for their right to wear the hijab. These women courageously take to the streets, peacefully protesting against discrimination and unjust laws that infringe upon their religious freedoms. One of the main reasons behind this struggle is the misinterpretation and misrepresentation of the hijab. In some societies, the hijab is seen as a symbol of oppression or backwardness, rather than as a personal choice and an expression of faith. This misconception has led to discriminatory practices, such as banning the hijab in schools, workplaces, and public spaces, which directly impact the lives of Muslim women. However, with the recent change in policy of the Russian government, Muslim women now have the freedom to express themselves without the fear of discrimination or exclusion. This decision not only upholds the right to religious freedom, but also sends a powerful message of acceptance and tolerance. By allowing Muslim women to wear headscarves in citizenship photos, Russia is breaking down barriers and embracing diversity. This new law acknowledges the cultural and religious diversity within the country and affirms the rights of all individuals to express their identity without facing discrimination. The world needs to understand that for many Muslim women, the hijab is not just a piece of cloth. It is a part of their identity and a symbol of empowerment. By wearing the hijab, they assert their right to practice their religion freely and on their own terms. However, when faced with discrimination and humiliation, these women are left with no choice but to raise their voices and demand justice. Every individual should have the right to practice their religion without any fear or discrimination. This new law in Russia is a positive step towards ensuring that this right is upheld for all citizens.